Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Edward from Games and Tea. And I'm joyed.
I didn't even hear that.
Constant derailing.
Yeah.
So quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start taking this in my stride now with you, Jeff. Jeez.
Yes.
And tonight I enjoyed with three wonderful players. Unfortunately, our other two players, Zelma, who plays Illyria, and Lydia, who plays Shania, are unable to be with us today, but we do wish them well. But my other three players, how are you guys doing?
I'm excited.
I have a new goal in this campaign, so which will
Yes.
soon be revealed.
Oh, shit.
It literally cannot fail. The plan is so amazing.
I am genuinely terrified. I am actually genuinely terrified. So we're gonna be diving quickly into this game with an introduction from our players as to their characters. So starting with Neil from Twitch channel Immersion Diversion, playing Sykes. How are you doing, sir? And please tell us a little about Sykes for us.
Doing well, and yes, I play Sykes, the Wood Elf Ranger, and he's currently on a mission looking for his family, along with Farrell and Tafari.
And Shania in the area, but yeah, well, we won't mention those because they're not here.
Hilarious engineer, yeah, sorry.
And above him, beside the agent of chaos, playing the wonderful, lovable, naive Furbolg is Sean, who plays Farrell. How you doing, Sean? And please tell us a bit about Farrell for us.
I'm doing good, and he can be chaotic in his own right. But he just is naively chaotic. But yeah, he's just a naive giant. I was gonna say little Furbolg who just wants to learn more about the world, and in some cases kind of fails to do so.
Well,
he's learning about the world through Tafari, which is, I consider, a failure.
Yes, I was about to say
he's learning this a massive win.
He's learning about the world through certain interesting influences. So, anyways, beside him we would have Zelma playing Illyria, who is a failing from an empire called the Empire of. I can't remember what it was called, but from a Mind Flayer empire, and some stuff was revealed to her recently in a conversation by a wizard called Manas Patel. Bella, sorry.
Volk.
Volk, yes, correct, Volk.
Yeah.
And Lydia, who would be playing Shania. Shania is a tiefling fighter who has a voice in her head for some reason. And may end up having a second voice in the head, but we'll find out about that. I've been avoiding introducing him, but still I'm going to have to introduce him. We have Jeff from Twitch channel Alhadrid, the Agent of Chaos, playing Tafari. How are you doing, sir? Please tell us a little bit about Tafari for us.
Well, my first question is the Empire of Volk. Are there any Furbolg?
No.
Oh.
No, they are not. They are just
Okay. Well, then to the character. Yes, Tafari is the resident tiny ball of human variant chaos. His mission so far with the party is just do stupid shit. Whatever sounds funny at the moment and gives payment, he will do.
That seems to be the process right now. Is it possible he's doing funny shit in order to cover something up and cover some emotional damage?
He keeps mysteriously.
I really love that people start to think that there's a deeper plan to whatever I do in anything, just even outside of DnD. But yeah,
these mysterious letters.
You see,
I
Jeff,
am a leaf on the wind.
Yeah, I've known you long enough to realize that no, that's absolute bullshit, and there is no deeper plan. It's just simply you just going la 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 la. But eventually something might emerge. Something might emerge. Something. But we'll see.
So yeah, there's been a few hints of Tafari's family so far.
But yeah, we found out that he's trying to find someone.
Mm-hmm. And his brother might be an assassin.
It's a possibility.
This was so secret that not even our DM knew.
No. It would have been nice to know about that before he introduced it, but there we go. It was
so funny though.
Some things you have to roll with. Some things you have to roll with.
like a true conjurer, you never show the reveal. It just
yeah.
happens.
Sure. A few announcements. The miniatures that you can see on screen all around are made in Heroforge, so many thanks to them for allowing us permission in order to be able to make these miniatures and have show them on stream, as well as our tabletop of choice is Fantasy Grounds Unity, and the music that you currently do not hear in the background, but will hopefully hear in the back. It will hopefully hear in a minute or so. It's provided by Alexander Nakarada. Unfortunately, the other music that we have today is we're not going to be able to use due to various licensing issues, but hopefully we'll have that sorted fairly soon. And with that, we are going to go into the session today. So let's turn that music down a little bit. There we go. Last session, our brave adventurers, heroes, companions, and chaos and chaos incarnate had a few conversations with a few high-ranking individuals within the College of Mages. They all managed to eventually gather together at the Song and Dance Tavern, where some discussion was had as to what the next plan was. Was it to go Was it to go and try and solve this issue to do with some rat folk? To warn people about rat folk, yes.
There was a plan. Sorry,
A
go on.
loose plan.
I'll shut up now. I'll shut up.
A very, very loose plan. But it was eventually discussed that you would all make your way up to the old fort, where you would at least hopefully gain some access, maybe. That was not to be found until eventually finding yourselves at the old fort, and it being quite fortuitous that the captain of the guard of the old fort, which also happened to be the seat of the king of Fall and high king of the hegemony, was an old friend of Sykes, in the form of Captain Fordet Smythe. I think that was his name.
Yep,
it was Fordet Smythe. Yes, it was a surprising meeting, and one that was quite beneficial because a nice conversation was had, and certainly attempts at gaining or talking to the king was persuaded. The captain then went off in order to, actually ask if this was a possibility, because it is, of course, the king who our characters also found out had actually been injured, or at least the assassination attempt was upon the said king. While having a discussion about who the possible attacker could have been, a knock was had at the guard door where our five heroes were waiting, and they were led by a set of guards seemingly away from the keep. So our heroes became a little bit suspicious and started to, ask questions, do a little bit of examination, and they worked out that these guards that were surrounding them were imposters. They tried to persuade some of the guards to say, hey, no, look, this is bad, these guys are imposters, only to find that all the guards they were currently being surrounded by were imposters. And that is where we are going to jump into the game today. So, straight into a battle map. Haha!
Aha! Yeah!
Let me just share it with you guys. Oh no, let's not lock the tokens. Let's unlock the tokens and share the map with you guys. There you go.
Whoa, that's a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's concerning.
It is a lot.
I mean, I knew it was like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, it's 5 against 10. We got 10 with our 5. We could probably
It's
do
2 on
that.
1, you'll be fine. I do
Looks
require.
a lot bigger at the eye.
It does look a lot more intimidating when you see it in person. But just before we start, I do need your order as who was in charge, who was leading, and who was not.
Well,
I
Farrell's
think I
definitely
was
a
in
follower,
front.
so.
I think
Sorry?
I was in front because Farrell.
So Sykes was in front.
Yeah, because I was kind of the Oh, yeah, we're rolling initiative.
No,
I do. Yeah, just hold on for a minute. I just need to have who is then after Sykes.
I think it was Illyria, because Illyria was kind of right next to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And then Lyria will be up behind you then.
I'll be somewhere here.
Sure. No
Yeah.
worries. If you hold
And I'll
down
probably
control.
be
If you
next
hold
to
down
Tafari.
control on your keyboard, Tafari, you can move your token around with a little bit more ease.
Good.
Sure.
Right,
Then we'll have Shania taking up the rear in her usual defensive position of keeping said mage squishy person safe. All right. And with that, please could I have you guys roll initiative?
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Just getting a little bit loud. There we
Oh,
go.
I thought you had disadvantage for a second. I'm like, why is you rolling 2 for disadvantage?
Mine should be at 12 because I should have +7, but I
Well, you rolled a
don't
crit,
know how
so
I
it's-
changed it.
How much should you have for your initiative?
I should have +7, so it should be at 12
Well, I thought.
Why should you have
roll
+7?
because I now have +4 on my intelligence. And Chronomancy lets me add my intelligence modifier. To
Oh,
my
he never
initiative.
added that to his initiative.
But I didn't change my initiative, and I was trying to figure out how. But the last time I
If
tried,
you-
I rolled.
Done it.
If you go into where it says AC initiative speed, there's a little magnifying glass.
Oh no.
You click that
Oh,
and on
okay.
initiative in
Yeah.
miscellaneous, add your initiative or your inspod.
Alrighty then. So, and I need to just do.
got it now.
The initiative rolls for Shania.
It's gonna suck because I really would have liked that 27 roll.
I know.
and
It's not a natural 20.
Illyria. Damn it. Just give me the freaking. There we go.
I mean, you can't do
that's
much worse
her.
than a 9, so.
No.
And we'll have Kitsune go at the same time as you, which means that it's only the fellas. So let's roll initiative for.
Oh, you said that leaves the
This
Oni. I'm
is-
like, oh god, we're fighting an Oni too?
No, you're not. You are definitely not. So, the guards in front went to try and strike at you, Sykes, but unfortunately for him, you got the drop on him, so you can go first.
Yeah. So I had cast jump, so a level 1 spell, and I'm going to. I think it jump makes it so my my jump distance is tripled until the spell ends, and it lasts a minute. I think jumping is you can jump
You can
up
jump
to
half
your.
You can jump up to half your move distance.
Oh, it's half. I thought it was up to your move.
I believe it's half. I will look it up, but I believe it's half.
Okay. Because I have.
I think there might be a difference between height and distance.
Oh, okay.
Unless that's just Pathfinder. That might just be Pathfinder that differentiates height and distance.
Because if it's
But,
strength score, I have 11
Not D&D
times
did.
3, which would be 33. And I have a 35 movement speed, so.
Sure, no worries. Okay, there is actually a difference. There's long jump and high jump.
Okay.
Which one is
Yeah.
it you wish?
The high jump. So I was going
The
to
high
try
jump.
to jump up
So,
to the top of it.
When you make a high jump, or you leap into the air, a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So what's your strength modifier?
Well, 0.
So it would be 3.
So 9.
So you would
feet.
then no. You would jump 3 feet into the air,
Oh, really?
And
With a
Is that the
spell,
score?
it's 9 feet.
and the spell
Oh, the
increases the
long-
distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only oh, your spell only does distance, not height.
It triples the jump distance.
Oh,
It says you touch a creature.
The
which
jump
I
distance.
didn't-
So then it would also increase your high jump as well. Then it's just simply the jump distance. It's not long jump, or it's not specifically saying long jump or high jump. It's just saying
Oh,
jump
I
distance.
see.
So it would increase your
Yeah.
high jump to 9 feet.
Okay, well then I wouldn't be able to jump to the distance I was thought I'd be able to jump, because I thought it was the strength score, not the strength or
No,
not.
it's strength modifier.
Oh, okay, damn.
yeah, you have to be good at jumping in order to make the jump spell good.
Okay.
Actually, you see, that's only if you move 10 feet on foot before doing that. If you make a standing jump, it's half that distance as well.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah,
jump
it's
straight
even
from your
worse.
position, you would then only move 4.5 feet high.
Oh, okay. Damn. Why did I take jump then? No.
Well, it's fine. Let's. Did it
no, it's
cost
fine.
you? Did it cost you a spell
Yeah.
slot?
Yeah.
Well, then let's.
I mean, I'll
let's
still cast
let's
it
say
because that's
let's say you
Mhm.
would have known that.
okay.
Right. So let's say you would
Alright.
would have known that you would have known that, and so therefore, we're not saying that
Okay.
you cast the spell. However,
Gotcha.
if you do make the same mistake again, now that we've talked
I
about
mean,
it,
I got you. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll just try and get the jump on the guy I'm in front of. So I take out my
har har.
daggers because I can't really use a bow at this range. So I'm
You
going to
could.
take out my dagger. Well, I could, but I get a disadvantage or I get attack of opportunity. I think, right?
Sorry.
Nothing. Anyway, so yeah, I was gonna take out my daggers and I'm going
Mhm.
to strike at the guy in front of me,
Mhm.
casting booming blade.
Wow. Nice. Very nice.
So what that does is you make casting and making a melee attack with the weapon against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's attack normal effects, and then becomes sheathed in booming energy. So I have to hit him with my dagger first.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go for that.
Now, does that affect one?
Yeah, it's a 5. It's one creature within 5 feet of me.
Cool.
And then so casting the cantrip booming blade, I stab him with the knife,
Mhm.
and then booming blade's effect happens where he gets sheathed in becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of his next turn. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then, the target takes 1d8 thunder damage. And the spell
Nice.
ends. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the effect on him.
Cool. But yeah, please do roll me your damage, as you did hit him.
Oh yeah,
Does that include force movement then?
I think so.
Yes, it does.
Neat.
There was a ruling on this.
So it's 7 points of damage.
No, it does not. It does not include. It does not include force movement. If the target willingly
Oh, okay.
Ah,
moves,
Oh, it
moves
does
5
say
feet,
willingly.
it does
Gotcha.
specifically say.
they
willingly.
clarified
Yes.
that then? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, they changed it when they had a similar cantrip come out.
Okay.
It's willingly moves 5 feet or more.
Yeah,
Because I actually
nice.
do have a way of force moving.
Yeah, same.
Cool. So you stabbed him.
Yep.
He is feeling that impact very, very nicely. You can see blood beginning to pour from the wound in his arm.
And then from the blade, kind of seeps magic, like orange magic, kind of leaves the dagger and kind of covers him in an orange magic liquid.
Very nice. This almost sheath-like magic envelops this guard, this imposter in front of you. Is that your turn? I believe you have moved.
Yeah. You know what?
Did you just draw one dagger or two daggers?
Oh, yeah, that's one dagger. So it's technically I do get the offhand too.
-2, minus your proficiency, because you are not proficient in dual wielding.
Oh yeah.
So -2 to your roll, please.
Yep. Let's go. That's 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a button for that.
Nope.
That unfortunately does miss. He felt the dagger sink into his shoulder, and realizing that, having spotted the fact that you have another dagger in your other hand, yanks out the dagger from his arm, and in so doing moves you slightly to the side, meaning that you miss your attack. Is that all your turn, or would you like to do any movements?
You know what? I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
But I'm going to just be like, shit. And then because I forgot that, like it was kind of an instinct that I wouldn't attack this guy, but I say, because we need. I just kind of turn around. It's like, don't kill these guys. I freaking. We gotta knock them out.
Alrighty. You say that.
Yep.
It is now the turn of Janai. Janai is annoyed at being surrounded by idiots and fools, and is going to run up to the guards on the right hand side and take a swing at both of them with her newly blessed scimitars of Ventulia. So take a swing at the sword guy to her right. Unfortunately, does miss, but she has two. She does have two scimitars, so she's going to take another swipe with her other hand, and she does have dueling as a thing, meaning she doesn't need to take the penalty. And that indeed does hit. So it's almost like she feints with the first sword, but the second sword comes round, striking the guard across the chest, doing 9 points of damage to this guard. Yeah, she hit hard.
Let's go,
She
Janai.
hit hard. Let's go, Janai. That is going to be her turn, I believe. Tifari.
Yes.
I'm
Tefari-
waiting on your signature move.
No, no signature move.
Hmm.
Because I will do a little mumbo jumbo with my hands, and I will create 3 small orbs of ice.
Ooh, hello.
And I will cast my new spell Ice Ray, starting with Sword Boy 1,
Very nice.
which misses. Which I'm gonna re-roll with my
With your reaction, very nice.
reaction. Oh god damn it. Really?
Oh no.
It was better, but not by much.
Well, luckily I have 2 more rays, so
You do.
which one did Shanae hit? Guard, Imposter, Sword 4, okay?
Oh,
that
wow,
made up for
okay.
it.
Yes, that definitely makes up for it.
Alright.
Maybe something to do with Shanae.
That will do,
Oh,
let's see,
jeez.
15 damage.
Yeah, you can... Okay, carry on.
And the last ray will go to Sword 2. With
That
a
hits.
20 to hit. And it's another 2d6 ice damage for 12 damage.
Fucking hell, jeez. Alright, so...
So, Sykes, sorry, didn't hear ya. Can you repeat that,
Oh
please?
gosh.
How would... describe to me, Jeff, or Tifari, what just happened?
Well, Tefari saw that it was a moment of extreme danger, so he got his best friend, his magical item, the llama of many colors, and he asked the llama for a blessing, and the llama obviously blessed him twice. For reference, here is the llama of many colors.
I'm going to give you, Jeff, this very one time. Tifari does have a very, very small symbol upon him as a trinket, which he believes is magical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
But
Llama of
that's
many
it.
colors.
That's all you're getting.
Wow.
So he taught. So Tifari pulls out this tiny. I guess
Animal
the only person who would see this is Farrell. It's this tiny animal llama shaped statuette, this multicolored, strange thing. Pulls out of his pocket, talks to it for a very brief moment, nods to it, and then pulls out this. What's the color of your magic again?
Well, this one will just be the ice color, so it will be the deep ice blue.
The deep ice blue white color. Yes, absolutely. Pulls out of his hand 3 shards and throws them in 3 different directions. Unfortunately, the first one, he wasn't really paying attention to the way through it, and so this shard ended up skating past the head of this guard, exploding on a wall further up the street, However, the other two he've paid much more attention to. In fact, inspired by Janae's actions, obliterates one of these guards, while the other one gets stabbed straight through the heart and collapses onto the ground, dead as a doornail.
Yeah, the first one's missing his head, like decapitated.
Yeah, it's just gone. What would you like Kitsune to be doing?
Kitsune will do a motivational interpretational dance and sing.
Kitsune is pretending to do
Like
a
modern
motivational. Yeah, sure. Okay. It is
Oh,
now.
no, wait, I can walk with Kitsune. Sorry.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
had a plan. I'll
Go
have
for
him
it.
scout here.
You'll have him scout there? Cool.
Yeah.
He moves up to a closed window.
Okay. So he'll just run around here a bit and then
Sure,
hide
no worries.
behind the crate here.
Sure. Absolutely grand. Absolutely grand. It is now the turn of the guards. The guard that the swordsman that tried to attack you, Sykes, is going to take a swing at you with his longsword. However, you can see that while he is sheathed in this orange magical color of yours, he's very unskilled. Very unskilled. Doesn't really seem to know what he's doing. Know what he's doing, but he's going to at least try and have a swing at you. Well,
very unskilled indeed.
very unskilled indeed. Except luck is on his side, and while it was a case that you were watching and thinking that's really not very skilled, you didn't quite realize he was quite speedy in this regard, cracking you across the.
Ow.
Why that much?
Critical hit.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's added the thunder damage to it.
Ah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Let me just do this.
Thunder
I just saw
damage,
all those
okay,
dice being rolled. I'm like, holy crap! They do a lot of damage.
You should be taking 5 and so you should take 8 damage from that, not 13.
Okay. Whoa.
So yeah, you should be on 8,
Okay.
not 13, because I think
I put the thunder effect on him. Maybe
yeah.
attacking counts as moving. I don't know.
No, that's not what's happened. Yeah, that's not what's happened. What's happened is that it's while you've put the thunder effect on him, it's Fantasy Grounds has understood that he is using the thunder effect in his attack.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's what's
Gotcha.
happened. That's what's happened. So
Okay.
no worries there. No worries.
Okay, I'll remember to put it on me. I just thought putting it on him would. Okay, it does say self, so.
Yeah, so do it on yourself. Yeah, cool. So yes, you didn't quite realize how quick he would be, and so he does strike you across the side, across your arm. We'll get you yet. And is he gonna? No, he's gonna stay there. He's gonna stay there because that would be dumb. He wants to try and attack you guys and take you out. Talking the other swordsman, the one nearest to you, Farrell, is going to run up to you and going to do the same thing here. At least try and attempt the same thing he was going to do to Sykes. And with a natural one, he runs up and goes to slash at you. I will give you the opportunity to perform one reaction against him, as he is not quick enough in order to be able to hit you.
You know, this section might be a good time just to try to bonk him on the head with the mace.
Go for it. Roll attack. This is a free reaction.
I should bonk me on the head.
So this does not use your. Unfortunately, that also doesn't.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna miss, but that'd be funny. Just be like, just
he stumbled in his swing, and you saw the opportunity, but of course it's a case of opportunity. Woof! Oh damn it! Shit! It's that sort of opportunity strike which just completely whiffs because you just saw it and then tried to go for it and failed.
yeah.
But he is also well, he's in combat. He's now in combat with you, but he's not. He's beginning to rethink his life choices. It is now the turn of the spearmen. One of them is going to move up to you, Sykes, and he's going to try and take a stab at you. He's going two-handed on this one.
Ooh, ouch. Oh,
That was nearly a natural 20.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
There
so
for a second.
he runs up to you, spear lowered, ready for the thrust, and he goes to thrust at you, but you see it coming and just dodge out of the way. That is going to be his turn. The second guard is going to run up and attack Illyria, because he sees that you are being swarmed by everybody, so he's going to attack somebody else. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on with Hunters and Grounds today? Okay, so
I'm fine with it.
yeah, I'm not. This should not be happening. Anyways, so what happens is that the guard goes up. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite get the spear ready, and managed to trip over said spear, for going face first onto the ground in front of Illyria. So he is now prone.
yeah.
It is now going to be the third guard. He's going to run up and take a swipe at Janai. Doing the same thing again, going two-handed. That's a bit more like it. Thank you very much. So he goes up, lowers the spear, charges forward, stabbing straight into the side of Janai, doing 5 points of damage to her.
Ooh.
It is their turn. What's he going to do? He's going to go up and swarm Tefari. At least that is what he's going to try. Sorry, not Tefari. Farrell, I mean.
I was
Did you
like,
see
oh,
it?
he's gonna hit Jafari through me. That's kind of cool.
Sorry, you should not have taken that. That should just be... he has to hit first. Apologies.
Yeah, automatic hit.
Automatic hit. No, he has to hit first.
They're magical.
That misses, so you do not take the 3 damage I just rolled.
Haha.
Apologies about that. The last dude is seeing what happens to his friends, is going to move around Janai and take a swipe at you, Tefari.
Damn it.
Hey, you saw what happened to you. Saw what happened to his friend. Unfortunately, that misses. Perhaps trying to dodge the whirling blades of Janai here. The last guard is possibly rethinking his life choices, but at least he's going to go up and try and stab Illyria. Oh my god. Fucking hell, jeez. Okay, yeah, so... Fantagrams does not like me today. Does not like me at all today. So yes, same thing happens. He goes up, he takes aim with his spear, runs up and tries to stab Illyria, failing miserably. You get the feeling, gentlemen, that the guards that you are currently fighting are not particularly well trained in what they are meant to be doing. Farrell, you're up.
Yeah, I kind of actually feel bad for them. Well, I'm gonna conjure a thorn, like a thorny vine in my hand, and I'm gonna try to grab guard 3 with it and pull him towards me with thorn whip.
Guard
it's considered
3.
Wait. Yeah, guard spearman 3.
Okay, cool.
Okay, weird. It's considered a melee attack despite being 30 feet. That confused me for a sec.
Let me just have a quick read of it. Which one is it?
Thorn whip.
Thorn whip. Okay. You create a long vine with make a melee spell attack against the target if the target hits. Okay, so yeah, it's
just a ranged melee attack.
It's a ranged melee attack. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
I know it's weird, but it's just terminology.
That was bad. You know what? I'm gonna spend my inspiration that I've had for a long time and never spent. So
Nice.
I want to hit this.
There we go.
There
Yes.
we go.
You conjure up this beautiful green spring energy of the magic, flies forward in this rope-like extension, striking the guards and cutting him quite badly. But what would you like to do with him?
I pull him. Oh, I can't control him, but I pull him next to me and Tefari and Janai.
Okay.
Yeah. So any way she moves, she basically gets combat advantage.
Fair enough.
And pulling one more guard closer to me.
This is also very true. Yep. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty then. It is now Illyria's turn. Let me just have a quick look at their... So I know they had...
Gosh, I really do wish that a barbarian would work with being a cleric, because that would be so fun.
Good
Just
old,
pull everyone next to you.
We can make it work. I'm not saying it's not a possibility.
That'd be cool.
Just me and my brain going, ooh, that's a fun idea. Anyway, Illyria is annoyed at the fact that these guards are around her. Is going to cast Toll the Dead on the spearman, or on the first spearman that tried to attack her. So they need to make a Wisdom DC 13 saving throw, and they succeed in that. Okay, cool. Target season this or takes 1d8 necrotic damage. Okay, so unfortunately, while she does cast this very strange dark grey energy out from her, almost her forehead, it appears. Nothing happens with the guard. That, I believe... Don't really what she can do. Can you cast a cantrip on a bonus action?
No, you can cast a spell on a bonus action and then a cantrip as an action. Unless there's a cantrip that's a bonus action.
No,
Maybe,
that's
but-
fine.
Yeah, well, I'll say that there might be some that actually are cast that way.
Yeah, no, there are spells that are cast as bonus actions as well, but this is not one of them. So unfortunately, that is going to be her turn. You can see, you can sense Sykes being beside Illyria. You can sense some frustration with regards to what happened. It is now your turn, though, Sykes.
Then seeing as we've already killed a couple, it's like shoot. So yeah, I'm going to once again cast Booming Blade, but this time do it on the Guard Imposter Spear 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do yes, stabbing him with my dagger. Oh, that was a 16. Yeah,
Still hits.
so I'll do that on him. Okay, so 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll add I won't add the thunder yet because that'll add to my attack if I attack something, I think. And I did find out, I think I still get proficiency on the offhand. I just don't do the extra like D4 or the extra 4 for my dexterity. Like I don't add the damage.
I'm not sure. Let's just go. No, let's just go with the attack with the ruling I've said so far,
Yep, no problem.
and then I'll look it up later.
Okay. Then I'm going to, after stabbing this one next to me with the booming blade, I'm gonna with my offhand take the other dagger and stab the one I was attacking before.
Yep, no worries. Does
20.
indeed hit with a 20.
So I do 3 damage on that one.
Very nice. So you take your foot with one hand. You stab into the spearman in front of you. With the other hand, you swing round and stab into the other guard to your right. He is looking quite wounded, but he's
Yeah.
doing fine. It is now the turn of Janai. Janai, annoyed at the fact that her target has been obliterated by you Tafari, looks at you with a little bit of grace. That was my kill, and is going to, she's going to have a go at the spear guy in front of her. Hits quite solidly, and if all being well, we'll kill this thing in one go, but will not. The guy is still alive, and so she takes another swing with her other sword, coming right down on top of his head, hopefully splitting his skull in 2. For sure, splitting his skull absolutely in 2. He falls to the ground in front of you, Tafari, dead as a doornail. It is your turn, sir.
Oh, she killed that one. Dang it.
No, that's good.
No, it is, yeah. I just could have hit 4 targets instead of 3 on my turn.
It's one less attack of opportunity that I'm gonna get, so
True.
This is one away.
because I am gonna move.
So yes, you are going to gain an attack of opportunity from this spearman.
Yep.
Who is going to go two-handed on you, two-handed in your ass. He does indeed hit you. Stop moving your fucking.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You just get a
dodging his
slight. You feel a slight.
We needed to find a good spot.
I know, it's fine. You feel a slight pain in your back as the guard strikes you with his spear across your back, but you only take 1 point of damage from that. now what's and I believe you went past. Yeah, so the swordman is also going to have a go at you.
Number 2, 5, and sword 3 should.
Oh, yeah, 2, 5, and no. Number 5 is not going. Number 2 is not going to because he seems to be a bit preoccupied. Number 5 definitely will, and sword dude very definitely will, but he misses.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and also there was number 6 also. Spear 6 guy.
Yeah, spear 6, indeed.
Indeed. Would he? No, he seems to be a bit preoccupied by the two people in front of him.
Yeah, he would have to stab past 2 people, so yeah, maybe not the easiest.
Yeah, it could be because it's
Target.
a spear, so he does have reach.
Not in this game.
Oh,
In
okay.
D&D, spears do not have reach.
Oh wow.
Weirdly.
Lame ass spears.
That's like their whole point.
Yeah, I know. I know. I might change that just for the sake of that makes more sense to have reach, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, it is,
what would you like to do, sir?
time to. Never mind. I had a bad pun in my head, but I couldn't remember it. So yeah, it's time for Ice Ray.
It's time for some more ice ray.
Ice, baby.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
couldn't remember the singer.
Oh, Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's time to have some vanilla ice. Okay.
It's time to
our
honor.
brains are still linked together in some way.
Yeah,
there,
I was gonna
like-
go. It's time to honor the legendary bard Vanilla Ice. Ice. Baby. Yeah.
Why do I encourage you guys? Why do I encourage you?
I don't know.
See,
Roll me
I
your attack,
also
sir.
would,
Yes.
do like an Arnold
Go ahead.
Schwarzenegger joke about, ice puns and.
Uh-huh.
All that.
You need. Yeah, that's a hit, and that's a lot of damage to that guard.
That's a lot of damage.
Toss another one at him.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
gonna hit. So
That'll
he's
hit.
gonna be an icicle by now.
Oh yeah, he becomes an icicle. He absolutely becomes an icicle.
Yeah, 2d6 damage is quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, 3
Um,
times also. It's like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's 3 raids. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Especially as these dudes are not—they're not particularly well armored, and they're not.
Well, and I didn't
particularly
realize that you
well-trained
could
either.
target the same thing more than once. I thought you had to choose 3 different targets. So the fact that you can just like send
No,
all
it's
3
no,
at
it's
one
it's,
person.
it's
you
just
can-
it's 3 separate
Yeah.
raids.
Yeah, you can
really
mix and
move it.
match whatever
that could
you
add
want.
up fast. That could add up real fast. Ooh, that had disadvantage?
Yeah, prone.
That had this. Oh, I didn't know he had disadvantage.
yeah, I
Oh,
forgot that
I
range attacks
forgot
have
he had
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Which one was that? Number 5.
Yeah. Guard Imposter Spear 2.
Yes, he disadvantage because he's prone.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was prone.
Well-
That's stupid, mummy. So yeah, that will be my turn, and then I'll have Kitsune move here and have a look inside.
Where is he now? He is. This window appears to be slightly ajar, and You get the information from him that it just appears to be a small living room.
Ah, okay.
Wait,
Cool.
is it a window or is it a jar?
It's not a door. It's a jar. It's probably gonna need to end my turn at this point.
That's the most dad joke you'll ever hear from
Yeah.
me ever. So, oops.
You do want to live, don't you? Your character, right?
Ah, he's fine.
Having been stabbed by you, Sykes. This is all for the prince. This is all for the prince. Is what you hear coming from him. And he goes to swipe at you with his longsword. His inexperience now coming to the fore, missing you entirely. He is then going to try and disengage from you.
Tiny rules lawyer, wouldn't disengage be a secondary action?
Sorry, it's not disengage. Move away.
Ah, okay.
Thank you for raising that, but no, he's just simply going to move out of range. So, would you like to roll? Would you like to take your reaction or not?
You know what? No.
Okay, you're going to let him
Really?
go. Cool.
Just gonna let him run?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He leaves the board.
If he can move 30, I'm gonna catch up to him next turn. So
Okay.
yeah.
The remaining
no.
swordsman is going to have a swing at you, Farrell. Natural 20. Oh dear.
Ah!
Oh dear. So yes.
Well, I guess you did warn me. Are you sure you don't want Farrell to die? So, fair enough.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. This will just hurt a little bit more than you were thinking. So
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
he
It's not gonna
comes.
be that
He
big of a deal.
his inexperience and this. I suppose it's the adrenaline of the fact that he and his comrades are getting stuck in, and there's also there just seems to be a lot of adrenaline flowing through him. He goes to swipe at you, coming down on you from the top. Oh shit! Strike
wow.
you for, yeah, he comes down and he was going to strike you on top of your head, but you managed to move to the side just at the moment. And he strikes you in your shoulder. You feel that impact, and it digs down into your shoulder. You're gonna have that, and you're pretty sure that's a broken collarbone at least. So yeah, that hurts. But that is going to be his turn.
Farrell just will let out a large bellow, just like.
Why can you not just Why would you not be able to multi-class into barbarian?
Especially now.
As a
Yeah, very
cleric.
clear.
As a cleric, why would you not? You're so much like a barbarian in this regard. Anyways, the other spearman is tries to take aim. You're not going to catch up with him. You're not going to catch up with him. And goes to try and stab you, Sykes, but fails miserably in so doing.
Cartwheel out of the way.
The other guard who was prone is going to get up from the ground from feeling quite embarrassed, and is going to try and take a swipe at Illyria with advantage because he does have a companion on the other side of him, and it does indeed hit.
Dang.
Ordinary damage though, so. And striking Illyria across the back for 4 points of damage. The remaining spear, well, not remaining, but almost done with the spearman is going to strike at you, Farrell. Seeing how happy he's been, how good the swordsman was against hitting you, is taking that inspiration to hit you for an additional 4 points of damage. The last dude is going to swipe at. Yeah, he's going to swipe at Illyria. Because why would you not? So he wants to target.
Ooh.
But this time, Illyria was prepared for it and managed to do a little bit of a pirouette to move the guard's spear out of the way. Farrell, it's your turn, sir.
I was gonna do a thing that could potentially hit 3 targets for low damage, but man, I still think I might. That could be really useful.
Do it.
All right, so yeah,
Do it, coward. Do it,
he'll-
coward.
like pull out his I forgot what that's called. Let me see. Holy symbol.
Mhm.
And shout a word. I have to think of the word.
Shout a
I
word.
didn't have to think about it. But
For
yeah, he
Pangolin.
shouts his word of radiance, which will force the 3 guardsmen to make a DC con check. And if they fail,
Okay.
they take 6 damage each.
Alrighty.
He succeeded. Please tell me these don't have a good con. Okay, good. He failed. This one. Okay, cool. 2
So
failures.
2 of them failed.
Yep. So throw their d6s on. Wow, that was so
Oh,
bad.
no.
Wow.
No!
Oof.
So
Oh, boy.
little damage.
Well, actually, let me just. What was it? Word of Radiance, right?
Yeah,
It's
a cantrip, so it won't do anything super special.
Take 1d6 radiant damage. Huh. It's an interesting one. Would you roll for each of them, or roll for both? Roll for one. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you roll for each of them, or just roll for one? Huh. I have to think about them.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not
Is that
sure, yeah.
is that your turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty then. It is now Illyria's turn. Annoyed at getting slashed across the back by a quite incompetent spearman, she is going to draw her rapier. Actually, no. Is she going to do that? No, she's not. She is not going to do that. She is going to. Yes, she is going to cast Mind Spike on this guard,
Ooh.
who fails. And causes 3d8
Whoa.
psychic damage.
Yep.
Yep, that guard
Crazy spell.
absolutely gets obliterated. It's almost as though his head pops, except Sykes, you just hear this gurgling scream come from behind you as Illyria just watches this guard drop at her feet. She turns around, glares at the guards, and gives this almost slight grin as she reveals a little bit of her face to the guard.
Ooh.
Sykes.
Alright, so I drop my daggers and then I'm going to run after the guard that ran away. You said he moved 25?
30.
30? Okay, so I can go 35. So I'm actually gonna kind of be able to get past him.
Yeah, no,
I'll
that's
take
fine.
the attack of opportunity.
No, you wouldn't be getting past him. You would end up beside him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
because he
fine.
moved
I'll
30
get
and
beside
you're
him.
30.
So I'll get
Okay.
right next to him as part of the action, but yeah, you can do your attack of opportunity.
I will indeed do an attack of opportunity. You're now off the map, so
Yep. I can just stay there for now.
yeah.
So I'll most likely be coming back, so...
You do get hit by a spear who is handing two-handed, and yeah, you get stabbed in the back for four points of damage.
Alright, so
Does
then
sting a bit,
as-
but
Yeah. So as I run up to the guard, as
Mhm.
you know, like at his side, as part of the movement, I take out my quarterstaff two-handed, and I'm just kind of like baseball bat swing it into the back of his head as I kind of run up to the side of him for bludgeoning
Okay.
damage. I'm trying to knock him unconscious.
all right, okay. Roll me your attack, please.
Yeah, it's a +2, so I just gotta hope I roll high. Oop, let me get the combat tracker open. That was guard 1, right?
You can also just double click on the roll, and I'll tell you if it hits or not.
Ah, shoot.
It does not hit. You go to take a swipe at his head, but he seems to duck as he senses your chase, as senses you giving chase.
Okay. And then that would be my last act because I don't have any bonus actions. I like to.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Cool. Janai, seeing that she seems to be standing alone now,
Keep her it's +2 now.
looks to her right and sees an icicle where there used to be a guard. Looks back at you, Tafari, and says, "Well, would you like to save something for me, please?" In a very affronted voice, and is going to move up and take a swipe at the swordsman in front of her.
I will quickly do a prayer to the Llama of many colors. Misses with her offhand attack. She hits for quite a large amount of damage. Yeah. Yep.
So again, it seems to be this almost. It's like she goes for a feint with her first sword, and the second sword comes round, and due to the fact that these swords has been recently blessed by Ventulia. Ventulia is the god of wind, so meaning that anything that gets struck by her swords gets blasted with this blade of wind at the same time. So what happens is her sword comes down, and doesn't cleave this guard from neck to navel, but while as the blade comes down, this blade of wind follows, doing the rest of the damage, meaning that the guard is actually cleaved from neck to navel, and he simply just falls apart.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. And she is going to go, that was 5, 10, 15, 20, and go over here. Seems to go in line to help you, Farrell, as you seem to be struggling a bit. I do just need to double check one thing. In regards to her fighter class, I can't remember if she gets an additional attack or not. Where is classes? There we go. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds here, please, gents. Ah, balls. Stupid thing. Okay, core. 4th. No, she does not get an extra attack. That'll be her. Tifari.
Yes, I will move up 10, 15, 20, 25, 20 feet.
Okay.
And
Tafari, no! Don't.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the amount of slaughter I am going to commit. Sorry.
Are you attacking the guy that I'm?
Maybe.
Okay, no. Oh god, you are.
No, he's not.
Oh.
Oh shit! No,
At
I
least
already
not
hit
yet.
that one. I needed to roll damage.
That's fine. That's fine. Just roll your damage. Yep, he becomes an icicle.
I thought he was going after the guy I was going after. I'm like, shit. No.
Never give me ideas.
Yeah, don't ever tell him not to do something.
I know.
And I will cast the last one on the guy that Sykes is chasing.
God
Alright,
damn
well,
it! No, I'm gonna
just,
jump in front of the way. I don't want to jump in front of the way.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
This is a lot of damage.
Because I have a feeling I know what's happening. No.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check. What's your spell?
Check or
What's your
save?
s-
I guess check because I'm trying to do it.
Check. because you are trying to do it. Make it or make it an acrobatics check.
Okay. Well, I already rolled it, but
That's fine. Just add your modifier, your acrobatics modifier to that. Tefari, what is your spell attack modifier?
So 14.
My attack modifier is +6.
+6. Fucking hell. Jeez.
Wizard.
Yeah, wizards.
I got a 14, I guess.
You got a 14. All right.
Whoa, you have an 18 acrobatics?
All right. No, sorry. What's I should have said. What's
plus
your
4 acrobatics. I rolled a 10 on the dexterity.
What's your
Yeah,
spell
but you already
DC?
had the +4 for dexterity.
What's your spell DC? What's your spell save DC? Is what I meant to ask Tefari.
Save DC 14.
14. Okay. So meets it. So yes, I'm going to say Sykes, is you do actually manage to jump in front of this damage, but this is exactly the same moment at which Tefari casts the remaining shard of ice magic in your direction. So Tefari, please roll your attack against Sykes.
Yeah, ouch.
Yep, that hits for your damage.
At least it's only 5 damage.
It's only 5 points of damage. So Sykes, you get struck in the shoulder by this shard of ice. It hurts. It burns.
Yeah. Does it do any bonus stuff or?
No.
No. It's originally it's the attack Scorching Ray, but for background and some reasons I have changed it twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Ice.
Sounds good.
What would you like Kitsune to do?
Well, first off, I would like to tell Sykes, sorry.
Oh Lord.
Don't kill this one.
I inherited my sight from my dad, and he was blind.
He was blind.
Oh my Lord.
He was blind.
And is that your turn?
Yeah, and Kitsune is just gonna.
That explains Tefari's fashion sense.
Never blame. How much movement does Kitsune have?
Kitsune is just a simple fox, so he would have 30 feet of movement.
Okay, I'll move here.
Okay, cool. It is now
shit,
the
I
turn.
could have had him bite the other guard. Ah, well.
He's a familiar, so would not be able to attack.
Maybe I cast a spell on him.
It is
You
also a
got
thing
a
you
touch
can use him to
spell.
cast. You can use him to cast spells, I believe, from his location. It's true. So
Touch spells though. But...
the swordsman who you are currently in combat with, Sykes, is not happy about the fact that you're there. So he's going to take a swipe at you to try and knock you back. Actually, is he going to do that? No, he is going to push you back. So, for this, in order to resist this, I would like you to make a either a Dex Acrobatic or Strength Athletics check.
Doing acrobatics.
But he's going to push you,
And
he does.
Oh,
he shoves you
yeah.
back. He shoves you back away from him, and proceeds to run off away down the street. His full movement. So yeah.
Okay.
But that would be his turn.
Also, I just realized, for the record, when you could have made an opportunity attack against him before, you could have just used that as a grapple, because you can opportunity attack grapple.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh.
Yeah,
You can do that
my,
as well.
My strength sucks.
a little late for that, but yeah.
It's an idea. But anyways,
I just remembered that.
Farrell, the guard who is in front of you, seeing you bleeding and hurt, is going to try and stab you. He's going two-handed, and he's going to go over the top, straight down into your chest, hopefully wounding you badly and taking you out.
Just
We'll
hit
have
the
to see about
ground
that.
instead of me.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He goes to do this, but unfortunately, with Shania behind him, he's a bit put off by that. And doesn't really like the fact that Shania is behind him. And he's very much considering his life choices. The remaining guard, seeing what's happening, seeing as the fact that several of his several of the people around him are now basically icicle sculptures, is going to run.
So
So he's going to run away. Farrell, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I'll try to bop him.
Go for it.
Oops, that should not be advantage. That's not a critical hit.
Just
I had advantage
just
because I was
roll it.
prepared
Just
to
roll
attack
again.
the
Just roll
other
again.
one. Yeah, I'll roll regular one. But yeah, I put on advantage because I was gonna attack the other guy. with
Unfortunately,
advantage.
that does miss.
Yeah.
However, Illyria will draw her rapier and attempt to stab him through the back. Unfortunately, this dude is being a bit wily. He's a little bit wily, and he's just dodging and weaving, and is able to move around your attacks. That is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That would get him to there. He would not be. Yeah, no, he would actually move again. So, Sykes, another guard starts running past you, and basically reaches almost reaches the other guard who shoved you back. Farrell.
All right. I hope this one can crit, because this is the one I wanted to crit. So as this guy stabs down, he's like his head is like, like close, like he's like leaning down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna grab both the sides of his head, and then use inflict wounds.
Wow. Okay. Roll me your attack.
Very
roll me your
brutal
attack
for
save.
Farrell, but
That's very brutal for Farrell.
This guy deserves it. Ooh, almost.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll me your damage.
Yeah, this guy's
Actually,
not
what damage do you roll?
3d10.
3.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Just roll the damage. I don't think you need to roll it, but just roll it anyway.
Yeah, I could roll all ones. It is possible.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. He went to try and stab you from behind, from the top, and he came down, but unfortunately leant a bit further forward. You saw the opportunity, dropped your mace in order to grab both sides of his head and cast his necromantic power into his head. There is this scream of agonizing pain, which eventually turns into this gurgle, and you feel Farrell in front. You feel the head between your hands, Farrell, just shrivel and wither as this guard drops dead to the ground.
Gosh. And then I'm gonna also move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'm also gonna move up here.
Okay, the guard in front of you is not there.
Yeah.
He has run off.
Yeah, he's quite far.
It is Lyra's turn. Excuse me. She looks around at the chaos. Looks up at the looks down the road and seems to shout, "I think we should stop running." I'm going to allow one more turn.
Sykes is just.
Sykes is up.
Yep. He is not happy what he was about to do. He didn't. Because the idea that he was thinking was now that this guard that he's chasing was helping the other 9, and he's not actually a bad guy. The other 9 weren't the ones that were gonna.
Okay.
So I'm going to, with a bonus action on the guy that ran up to the other guard, not the one that I was chasing first, the other guy.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So my eyes flare up in the orange with the little shiver.
Mhm.
I'm going to drop my quarterstaff, pull out the longbow.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it at the guy that ran up at max speed to his friend.
How
All
dare
right.
you take my quarry?
Oh, sorry. So Hunter's Mark. I need to put it on me.
Just roll me your attack.
Oh, yep. So
You need to equal a beta 16. That
Ah,
unfortunately does not hit. You're pretty sure you have the angle right on this, and you draw excuse me, You draw the string on your arrow, of your bow back, aiming perfectly down the sight. Except just at the last moment, the guard just moves as you release the arrow, and it sails right over his shoulder.
And then I just kind of drop the bow and I give up.
You're gonna drop the bow on the floor.
No, I lower it. Like,
Okay,
that was my last chance to do anything. So I put my bow away, and then.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Janai is going to just walk up to Lyria and look down the street. Tefari, from where you are, you can see down the street, at least in the direction that Janai and Illyria are looking, a whole bunch of armed figures are running in your direction.
Do I have an estimate of how many?
A lot. But imagine it along the lines of an attack was just suddenly launched within the confines of Head Honshu's house, and the entire guard has just swarmed to presence of said attack. So
yeah,
it's
this is probably a
lot of
pretty
guards.
heavily guarded place.
Yeah, it's a lot of guards.
But probably not bad ones, like these guys.
Does the captain seem to be along them, or is it not?
You're not there.
Are we still going? Yeah, I was gonna say we're still doing based on turns. Yeah. Okay.
I'm doubting between catapult or the sensible choice.
Tefari, the sensible choice?
Yeah.
You do you, mate. I'm not going to dictate your actions for you. You do you. Just whatever action you decide to do, there will be a consequence.
Of course.
Positive or negative, we don't know.
Yeah.
So you do you, mate.
No, I'll stand down with the rest.
Okay, cool.
I will hold my action until nothing happens, and I will point at Janae and shout in the direction of the other guards. It's her fault. I'm innocent.
Oh my god.
I really hope Lydia watches the VOD.
Oh, I know she will be. I know she will be if she's not already watching now. Lydia, if you are, please punish him in some way. What would you like Kitsune to do?
Kitsune will do a sneaky move here and have a little peeky inside. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
You get from Kitsune that the area in which he's currently standing is very, very, very strong smell of manure and straw. Horse sweat. Yeah, that's pretty much that's horse sweat as well.
Alright, and I'll just have Kitsune move back to the eventually.
Sure, no worries. The guards are now going to run. Farrell, is there anything you'd like to do in this last moment?
Yeah, after they run, are either one of them still within 120 feet?
They are going to do 2 moves of 30, so that's 60. Yes, both of them.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw one last shot at the guard.
Because you would
spear.
Sure, you would have to move up 30 feet yourself in order to keep that range. But yeah, you can do that.
Okay, yeah, I will. Yeah,
which one do you want to attack?
The spear one, because the sword one didn't actually attack me ever, so he's fine.
He's got a pass.
Also, I was told not to kill him, so.
This is also true.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh,
that unfortunately misses.
Oh,
You
funny.
Dang.
you gather the magic for a guiding bolt in your hand and cast it forward at this guard. Except he just seems to be at the distance. It might have been because distance you weren't quite sure of the range, and just the bolt lands just behind him as he's running away from you.
Too bad guiding bolt doesn't also like home.
That would make it far too powerful.
Yeah,
Yes.
it only guides other people to hit after it
Yeah.
hits.
It's already pretty powerful.
It's already very powerful.
It's
so.
insanely powerful. Yeah, it's
And
insanely
with
powerful.
that, we are going to come out of combat.
I'm gonna grab my
With,
stuff.
Yeah, no, of course. As you watch, the the five of you watch as these extremely well armored guards in basically full plate armor dash towards you, surrounding you, and one of the guards steps up. Who was it that sent that message?
I pointed Janae.
I point to Illyria. Oh wait, I don't actually know that.
You wouldn't know. You would not know.
I just yell, "What message?" We were just attacked by people.
Shania also looks very confused. What? I did not send any message. Eventually, Lyria just puts her hands. That was me. That was me. What? Inform me. What on earth was going on here? It appears that there were some imposters among your ranks. It's not very good of you to be able to have that. At that mention, the guard seems to go red in the face.
They hurt me. They're not nice people. Two ran away.
Where did
Two
they go?
ran off that way. Two ran off that way.
You go get them. You can see-
I can help track them because I've still got Hunter's Mark on.
You are staying here.
Okay.
Until we get to the bottom of this, you are staying here.
All right. Sorry. Yes, sir. Said I could help.
Nope. Not gonna say anything stupid. No. So tempting.
When surrounded by guards, you sure it's a good idea?
It's a funny one though.
No, speak your
I'm
mind.
not. Well, it's up to you, mate. I'm
Well,
not going to stop you.
alright.
I will never ever stop you. I will never ever stop you.
I'll pull out the bag of dead rats and I'll open it and say at the bottom of this bag because it smells bad in here. You don't want to test it.
You just dump out all these rats.
I'll just keep the bag of rats open.
The guard, the guard in question. Now that you actually get a chance to look at him, Sykes, you can tell that this guard is obviously somebody of importance. He's not captain level, but he is obviously ranked in some way. You can tell from the fact that he seems to have this this green band that wraps around one arm, whereas all the other guards around him don't have that. He just has this one green band that wraps around his arm.
Yeah.
And the guard walks up to you, Tefari, looks at you straight in the face, and just slaps you across the face.
Whoa.
So that's how you say hello in this part of the country.
That is how we treat idiots and people who like to insult us.
I wasn't insulting anyone. I was giving you options.
Don't try my patience.
Ask her. I'm really good at testing people's patience.
Safari just
Yeah,
pointed
he is.
Janae.
He is very, very good at testing people's patience. Don't try and rise to it, otherwise it'll be a bad experience. Is
Funny
that
one,
a
though.
threat? Is that a threat? No, just some sound advice. At which point, one voice which you recognize, Sykes, comes yelling across the crowds. What the blazes is going on here? Pushing through the guards, you see Captain Ford at Smythe coming to your rescue, as it were.
Fulbit, and I just at instinct when anything like this happens, I still get all like formal, and I just kind of do the salute, and I say,
Mhm.
and I just tell him what
He salutes
happened.
back. Huh.
Tell him, yeah, that we were led away, told to go find you, and they started leading us away from where you actually were. They started heading towards the prisons, actually.
Indeed, possibly trying to separate you from everywhere else. This is not good. Rowan, you need to conduct a full, thorough search of the fort.
Yes, Rowan.
Sir, these people were involved. I know. It's because of your lack of initiative in making sure that our guard was not infiltrated, as I told you to.
I was trying.
Get it sorted.
Yes,
Hold
Rowan.
on.
Come on, Rowan. Get some effort.
I
Wizard,
just look at Tafari.
Yes, the captain, or all three of them, look at you, Tafari.
I'm just giving motivational speeches.
Mage,
I am a licensed
Mage.
motivational speaker in my country.
Mage, I can tell you are not from this country, so you get a pass. But when you see tension among guards who are also armed and also surround you, I suggest you shut up.
Wow. I was just, trying to...
Starting now.
Now?
I turn to the footman and I say, I tried to knock one out as best I could. The two that got away, one's like on the verge of like going down. But the other was untouched still.
Well, the other one was also quite touched.
Oh,
just...
yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was trying to keep one alive. I was trying to keep one alive for questioning, but I forgot I'm still like bad at using like heavy weaponry to like.
Don't worry, Sykes. I consider a few bodies around here, so we'll have a look at them.
I also tried to keep them alive, but failed.
The captain just stares at you.
I wanted to, but they made me.
I get
couldn't-
yes. You don't you don't need to belabor the points. I understand. You tried to keep one of them alive so you could question them. It is a very sound judgment. Well done.
Yes, questioning. Yeah. I'll just take a sip of water.
Well done. It's very, very quickly the guards do disperse. The majority of the guards disperse around you. Obviously, Rowan has been sent off to do his task, and he's as he walks away. Roll me an insight check, any one of you.
I guess I'll try.
Inside.
Is it one or all three?
Anybody?
Not that bad. So yeah, I guess I will.
I'm terrible at it, but I can give it a shot.
Nope. I'm too focused on obeying the captain right now.
Yeah, you are shook, and you're a bit annoyed about the fact that you were not able to stop the guy you wanted. However, Farrell and Tafari, it doesn't take a very high insight in order to be able to guess that, say, this Rowan gentleman is rather annoyed at being spoken to the way he was by the captain. You get the impression that normally it's people like Rowan that do all the shouting, and the captain at this time, the captain very much is not the one that does the shouting, but this time definitely seemed to get under the skin, shall we say. Well, while Rowan takes care of that, the king has agreed to meet with you all, at least. So, if you'll follow me and try not to get any more fights on the way.
Yes, sir.
Quick question: do we get a moment to change into a better outfit? Because I did not bring my formal robes.
You will be fine.
Oh.
The red and The red from my blood and the green kind of clash.
Yeah, you're looking. You're all looking. You're all looking a little bit bloody and worse for wear, but still.
Nice.
The captain looks at the five of you and just says, "Well, considering recent events, I think you'll be fine."
Actually, I forgot. Farrell actually does have a lot of red and green in his.
He does have a
scheme,
lot
so
of
never
red
mind.
and green in his scheme, yeah.
So never mind.
But
Maybe the blood actually doesn't contrast too bad.
The five of you are led from your slightly more secluded area, which you now realise was where the stables were, judging by the smell that now you have a chance to take in your surroundings. Definitely tells you where you were. But you are led away from those surroundings and towards the main keep itself. It is not a long walk, but it is a tiring walk, at least for the moment, because you have to climb up these very long stairs, which you realise is also the fact that the keep is built on this very tall, large mound of earth, at least. And this keep looks over this area where you were, in a very sort of almost imposing and somewhat protective way, but still quite imposing way. It's not long though before you reach the very simple doors to this keep. The doors open before you, and you are led into a small foyer where the captain says, right, you might want to go in there, and he just points into a side room. Just freshen up yourselves for a bit.
And then I kind of relax for a sec, and you see the orange shimmer in my eyes go away. Oh, okay, thank you.
If you wish, you can take this moment to have any discussions. Otherwise, I will lead you guys into the main hall.
So when you said refreshing ourselves, was that like a short rest? Or is that
no, this is not a short rest. This is just a simple moment for you to sort of like just wash yourselves, make yourselves look a little bit more presentable.
I drop my hunter's mark so I don't look as scary. Then clean myself up, kind of adjust my clothing.
And was it just Sykes that heard them mention the prince?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't bring that up yet.
Sorry, there's just a lot of stuff that happened. But if we've got the free time now,
it's not long, but it's some.
Yeah, I guess I can bring it up when we're in with the captain together. So yeah, I'll just clean myself up. I think. Okay.
All right. So.
Oh yeah, I'll use minor illusion to cover up any cuts from my clothing.
Sure. All right.
I like how you're trying to clean yourself up while Farrell's has a huge gash just all the way down.
I mean, I used to work for this, so it's...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You come out of the little side room. All of those of you who decided to make yourselves look a little bit more presentable. And the captain says, right. Sykes, you already know this, obviously. For those of you who do not know, you refer to the king as Your Majesty. You do not answer. You do not talk unless you are spoken to. At this point, he also looks directly at you, Tefari. And if there are any questions or anything that needs to be discussed, you wait for her to speak first. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Just shut up until you're spoken to. Okay. And he opens the doors into this. It's not a very large hall. It's relatively small. At least you get that impression from the sides of the keep that you saw. This hall seems to be quite a small hall, but definitely is the receiving hall, as it were. At one end of the room, you see a rather simple throne, in which sits quite young-looking I'm going to call her half-elf with beautiful long blonde hair. She has piercing blue eyes, and she's wearing the colours of she's wearing effectively the colours of Full, which are red and white, except not in the same uniform, just accents of red among a beautiful white gown that she's wearing. However, when you approach, you notice how very tired and haggard she looks. Among her are several other individuals that seem to be seated in chairs in a almost semicircle, mainly facing outward, inwards and outwards, as it were, but also positioned so that they can see the king. Some of these faces, Sykes, you actually recognise. You recognise the very stout form of Thoric Brewer, whom you know to be a representative from one of the capitals in Full. He's looking rather a lot older than he was before, considering his beard has a little bit more white in it than before. But he seems to be comfortable in his position where he is. You also recognise Cor Kingsley, Cor Kaur, Cor Kingsley, and Charles Fay Farron there as well.
Charles Fay Farron?
Yes. Fay Farron, Faefaren, and Charles Fay Farron is a half elf whom you know to be from the city of Farron, one relatively nearby. Charles also appears in his green and white seems to be wearing green and white. At least that seems to be his color's choice. But you also notice around his neck the symbol of Moors, which is this moon symbol with a skull, a moon symbol in the face of a skull. You know him to be a cleric of Moors.
Which one? Ferric?
Fay Farron, Charles Fay Farron.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Another person whom you didn't realize you would actually end up seeing here is Manas Patel. They appear to be at least in conversation with the king.
Okay.
Tefari, as you
Yes.
enter the room, you see a lot of people you do not recognize. Except one, whose back is currently turned towards you. They have long blonde hair and are wearing robes a lot more ornate since the last time you saw them.
Oh dear.
Almost 70 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm feeling perfectly fine, Manus, but the representation from the College of Mages is, while we do respect them, we cannot offer them everything. The Rising Sun Library is not something we have access to. They are the church. If you want to talk to them, you have to talk to the church. Yes, my liege, I understand that, but they really are. They're blocking everything I can. I just need to get in contact with them. That is an issue for you self to solve as the representative of the college mages here in Fall. Use your influence as necessary. Enough. This meeting is adjourned. I have other matters to attend to. Manus stands rather stiffly, gives a very, very small bow, turns, and starts to walk towards you. As he approaches the five of you, he spots you, Sykes, and Illyria. good day. It's lovely to see that you both operate in such high circles as the High King. I hope that the spell was of much use, Illyria. It gave me a lot to think about. Indeed, it very much does. And who do I have here? Who do? Please tell me. Who are you? He says. He says, turning to the other three.
Am I okay to? Is it okay to talk? I was told not to, but you said I'm feral.
I think that was
Only in the presence of the king.
Yes.
Ah,
You can talk to me.
yeah. My name is Feral.
Oh, that was a beautiful. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Please take inspiration for that. That was beautiful. Please take inspiration for that. That was wonderful. Farrell, pleasure to meet you. It's unusual for one of your kinds to venture beyond their keeps. What brings you beyond their walls?
I'm here to help my little buddy, and I put my hand on Slice's shoulder.
He hits me a little too hard.
He's
and
had
I
trouble.
kind of fall forward a bit.
he's had problems, and I'm helping him.
Interesting. And a tiefling and a mage.
Oh, jeez.
It's unusual to meet ones such as yourselves outside the college. Who are you?
Time out.
Do we need to have a pause here?
Tafari
this
uses
is
time
literally
magic to
what
time out.
Tafari calls.
To time out.
Yeah. Sykes, Jenny, bench please. We need to talk.
But we're about to go attack.
Well, pleasure to meet you. I presume you are Janae, as you are the one who has not mentioned their name. Okay.
Yes, this is Janae.
Well,
Oh, she's not talking. That's right.
a pleasure to meet the five of you. Clearly, your mage does not want to reveal himself yet. I wish
That is correct, Footloose.
Oof. Oof.
Wait, what?
Roll an insight check. Only Tafari.
I'm so bad at this.
You can't do it. You can.
Oh
do it.
shit! I saw that at 11.
Interesting. Well, it was a pleasure to meet the five of you. I would suggest you not keep the king waiting. She is rather impatient in her ill state. Good day. And Manus proceeds to exit the hall. The captain looks at the five of you. And indicates the king is waiting for you right there.
Yep. We'll move forward.
Sure.
You gonna move forward? Okay, sure.
Yeah. I'll just blindly follow.
Yeah, I'll try not to get myself killed here.
It is with your now sort of very heightened state, Tifari, you suddenly realise that this entire place, it has a lot of guards around, and you also see apart from the names that I just mentioned, you also see what was it? You see what did I say? One, two, three. You see two other people are seated in chairs a little bit further away from the king. As well as four other people who sit much closer to the king. Five other people who sit much closer to the king. In terms of arrangements, there are 3 chairs that are not filled. But this hall is quite full of people, as well as also the fact that there are guards posted around the hall because it's the meeting hall. You approach the throne, and it's then you realise that the throne is just slightly raised, so that the king can then look down a bit more upon those who come to her. And as you approach, the captain of the guard leading the five of you, he stands before the throne, does a very, very deep bow.
I do the same.
Fair enough. Stands back up straight. My Majesty, the individuals who I mentioned before. Ah, yes. The ones responsible for discovering things beneath our feet. Welcome. Please, what can you tell me?
Well, first, it is an honor to meet you again, Your Majesty.
Ah, yes, Sykes. I recall you. You were my father's hunter. I remember. I
So
remember.
very nice to meet you.
It's wonderful to see you again. Unfortunately, I wish it was in more happier times, but
Of course.
it's wonderful to see you again, Sykes, as well. Yes, but
Good to see
please,
you again.
please.
Yes. Yeah, I guess I just tell her about the recent attack that happened to us with the fake guards. You know, that we were asked to go follow the captain here, and they led us away towards the prisons.
Mm-hmm. As you begin to relay the story, you can see her face goes from one of concern to one of quite severe worry. After finishing your story, she turns to the captains. We need to have some more measurements. Suggestions? She looks around to those around her. The one who you recognise as Charles Faye-Ferens. We have to find good measures to vet everyone within our walls. Of course, I suggest that our clerics of the Order of Moors will be perfectly suited to where they are. No, Faye, no, Charles, that would not be necessary. There would be too much effort in that regard. We have to find something quicker.
If I may, Your Majesty.
Sykes, you have always been one to voice your opinions. There's nothing stopping you now, please.
The one guard that happened to be leading us there in the first place, he did mention something about he's mentioned all for the prince.
For the prince? That's unusual. Why would he do that?
I'm not sure. We originally came here to investigate the attempted murder scene of the king. I understand. I didn't realize it was an attempt at first. I thought something really bad had happened.
Well, I have been in better states, Sykes, but no. Thankfully, I am still very much alive.
That is good to hear. So yeah, we came in request to maybe investigate the scene, as we believe maybe that we might be able to find something that ties it to the underground rat folk.
The rat folk? What is this you are referring to?
I opened the bag of dead rats.
No, Tafari!
Like this. I kept them as evidence.
They're looking. They're not. You've not been away that long from the sewers, so they haven't had that chance to really for decay to really properly set in. but the smell's not great, at least.
I toss in a small bar of soap. Then close the bag again.
Small bar of soap.
Small bar of soap, jeez.
A small rat soap.
I brought this up to Captain Smythe over here. Or I brought this up to the captain that we were working under Captain Stephen Turner to discover to find something out about the attempted murder. I regrettably did not come here first, but we had gone into the sewers and discovered there's an entire rat folk colony under the city.
And a really, really big one.
Yeah, there was
An
there was some
entire
rat.
rat colony.
Yeah. There was rat folk. There was a humanoid who could turn from like human into a rat, and then we found a rat ogre under there. There's probably 4 more. We have
That's
proof too. If you just if you could summon Stephen Turner, we have proof.
Captain, if you could just at least pull the Captain Turner away from his duties for at least one moment. If you tell him it's from me, then he'll come. This is very strange tidings, Sykes. Are you sure about this?
I have never been more sure.
And they did leave prints, so if they're working for prints, then
He's right. He's right.
I was working so hard to find a way to work that joke in, and it just.
Interesting. Well, if that really is the case, then perhaps we'll have to. I need to think up on this, please. Yes. The scene of the crime, unfortunately, is my quarters. So,
Of course. Which, by all means, if you don't wish us to investigate, I fully understand.
Well, unfortunately, the attack was a few days ago now, so my quarters are not going to be the best place to find any evidence. But you're welcome to try, at least. Captain, if you wouldn't mind. Of course, Majesty, I will conduct our guests to investigate your quarters.
Promise you we'll keep your name in check.
Sorry.
Fingers crossed.
Indeed. I'm
Rare
sorry,
custom
but,
from where I come from.
right. It's a very unusual custom. You are... Who are you?
Well, there are some who call me the mighty enchanter Tim.
Tim.
Well, I will reserve judgment before I start calling you the Mighty Enchanter, but Tim...
A hedge wizard, so to say. Mostly self-taught. And very good with hedges accordingly as well.
Indeed, please stop talking.
Okay.
It's unusual
sorry,
for... It is unusual for a mage to be out and about among a group. What brings a mage... At least somebody who is not from the continent here.
I kind of turned to Tafari. I think she's talking to you.
I was told to stop talking.
He.
I'm not a mage. If you're talking to me,
Oh.
You,
I
can
use
see-
magic.
You may talk. You may speak.
Oh, I was just
There
about
is-
to write it down.
There is a very wry smile across her face. You may speak.
Yeah, well, so I kind of got lost from where I come from and ended up here and decided to go on an adventure. And not necessarily for riches or anything. The true reward is the friends we make along the way. I firmly believe in that. And yeah, I kind of ended up with these idiots.
Roll a deception check, please.
Damn it!
Because that's not what you
Really
fucking believe,
untrue.
mate. That's not what you fucking believe. So you're bullshitting me
Absolutely
there.
not.
You're bullshitting me very hard there. So roll me a deception check,
Wait, does
please,
that mean
sir.
we're not friends?
14.
Does that mean
not
He
bad.
has a -1.
Yeah. I'm really bad at charisma.
The wry smile that she has across her face.
Tafari lies a lot. He's just not good at it.
She's not good at it. Yeah.
It's
The
really bad
right
at it.
smile that was across her face with the silly jokes that you were making at her expense very quickly fades. If that is what you believe, Tim, how is the Empire of Bonobral these days?
Well, you know, it has its ups and downs. Public transportation is getting better.
Indeed,
You know?
I understand that the airships have proved, well, from what we heard across here on this continent, the airships proved quite successful in winning the war in the favour of Bonobral.
It's just a really bad idea to name the master chancellors of your empire because, yeah, they crash.
Well, as with any technology, it can be faulty at times. What is your
Speaking
impression
of speaking of technology, I had a really good idea. I don't know if you have any artificers in service, but you know, self-moving stairs, awesome idea. Gonna make you millions.
Sorry. You interrupted the queen or the king.
There is indeed.
Sorry.
It's almost as though you know how the air just suddenly gets sucked from the atmosphere when somebody does something very out not the done thing. As you are talking and spewing, and Sykes says, "You just interrupted the queen." You stop talking and just go, "Sorry," and you suddenly realize how silent and quiet it's suddenly got within the throne room.
Was it Queen Tildildan still, or is it like?
Sorry. Okay, so just for those who at home,
I only got king.
the title of king is a gender neutral term.
Okay, gotcha.
There is no queen. It is simply a gender neutral term, just used to denote somebody of royal status.
Yeah.
I was just making
So
sure I
it's
said it right
just-
when I said you interrupted the queen. So I was like,
No, it's king. It's fine. I'll understand if you accidentally say king, queen instead of king. It's fine. It's just a gender neutral term.
I also like
Alright.
the picture
I
that
don't know.
everyone is like staring wide-eyed and slack-jawed at Tafari, and so is Farrell, but not because
There's-
of the whole interrupting the king thing, but because of the mention of airships.
he's like, what?
There's there are that's the thing. It's I don't need to ask what your passive perception is, but definitely Janai is looking at you, Illyria is looking at you, Sykes is looking at you, Farrell is looking at you, and everybody is looking at you, including the king. All of them with various states of shock, surprise, awe, and
It's the
and some with almost respect to the complete and utter disregards to protocol that you just enacted.
it's the one meme where it's the single slap, group slap, multi crowd slap.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! It's
I know,
not
it's-
that. It's not that meme.
That's what that
It's
feels
shock.
like. But yeah, I know.
No, that meme is a case of
That's what-
that's
that's
the
what
face
That's
palm
what's happening
meme.
in Sykes' head.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's actually fair.
this
Yeah.
silence descends and you know everything is starting to fall real quiet, and I'll just look around and whisper to Kitsune, "Kitsune, do the dance, do the dance." Also gotta change it fast.
Kitsune looks up at you with this look that says, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I'm not kidding, buddy. Save our asses.
It just looks up at you, gives a very small shake of its head,
You're on your own, mate.
and you in your head you get this voice that says, "That's not a good idea. You just fucked up. Own it."
We're gonna have a serious talk with HR about this, Kitsune. I just say this out loud.
Oh,
Well, I do not know what it's like in your custom, but if the king is talking, you usually let them finish first. Tim, Master Enchanter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I kind of get carried away sometimes, you know. It's just it's
Yes.
enthusiasm.
Indeed.
Shit, I did it again.
Indeed. Captain, maybe you should lead our guests to my private quarters too, at least. Let them investigate. Yes, I think that is a wonderful idea, Your Majesty. I will lead
Probably a
them
good
directly.
idea. Yeah. Right. Have a good day.
It was very nice to meet you again, Your Majesty.
You have acquired some very strange bedfellows, Sykes. It was lovely to meet you again. I hope we can talk more in the future.
I hope so too.
Sykes wouldn't fit in a bed with me.
That's true.
Oh my god.
I also kind of in character now want to yell. I really want to know who's the big spoon, but yeah.
Not a good idea.
No.
Not a good idea. Oh my lord. Oh, that was brilliant. Well done. Well done. I already gave you inspiration for that, but no, you can't have any more. That was brilliant. Well done.
I could just stack it, you know.
You can't. I wish, but you can't.
He's like, Farrell's like, I use my inspiration to keep
Oh
inspiration.
man.
Yeah. All right. So the captain leads you back through the hall towards the rear entrance where you came in, and then instead of going straight through that entrance, proceeds to turn a little bit to the left so that you end up walking, so that you are making your way towards a very small side passage. Just as you approach that small side passage, the doors to the hall burst open again, and this very tall half elf person walks in. They have the same striking blonde hair and blue eyes of the king, and they appear to be wearing these very well made leather armor. And he comes dashing in, and with a yells, "Mother! Mother! I heard... You're fine! You're fine! But I heard that you were attacked!" It's not a problem. I'm fine. I'm fine, James. It's fine. Thank you. Where have you been these past few days? I was out hunting. You know this. I told you I always go out on hunting at very strange times. Yes, this is true, James. Well, were you successful in your hunt? I did. I managed to knock down this wonderful beast, wonderful stag. It's going to make a great dinner one these days. I've sent the carcass up to the kitchen. I know how you don't like to have dripping corpses in your hall. No, indeed.
I want an insight check.
Insight check, please.
Just based on the way he talks for hunting and carcass and stuff. It's like, I don't really know.
It's like, I don't trust this.
18. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Where's that message button? There it is.
Yeah!
So this is Prince.
This is Prince.
This is the prince, yes.
Well, let's go crazy. This just got stuck in his head.
Oh.
You know, not many people know this, but the forest that Farrell grew up in will also sometimes occasionally have purple rain.
That came from the mountains.
Yeah. It was a weird weather phenomenon.
Pretty rare, but yeah.
And it made doves cry.
And people still had no idea what the foxes were saying.
Ugh.
Oh, oh no. Alright.
I hope Kitsune bites you for that one.
Probably, yeah.
Well, it's been a while since Kitsune has since you had to do anything with Kitsune, and this is now one of those things of him. Excuse me.
He's developing his own identity.
Well, he already had his own identity. It's just,
And I
it's
love
just he already had his own identity, really. But it's more you interacting with him. It's bringing that out now.
There's
The
not
prince.
a lot of-
The prince. Looking as though he's been looking very much like he's been alleviated and relieved at seeing his mother still alive, although looking quite unwell, turns. Well, it's good to. I'm happy to see you alive. If you, I have duties to perform, as you know, Mother. I will. If there's anything you need, I will be in my rooms. If you know. Yes, James. Of course. Please, you have your tasks to perform. Go and do the things you need to do. Of course. And he turns and he goes to walk the same direction that the five of you are going to, well, six of you because the captain is there. And he turns in your direction. And he looks again to the king. I didn't realize we had guests. Who are you?
Been a while, but it's good to see you again, James. It's Sykes. Sykes.
You realize, Sykes, that the last time you saw James, he was a baby.
True. Okay.
He was a very, very, very young baby, and also it's also then you realise that the last time you saw King Taldell was when she was simply a princess, and the previous king was very much ailing and of old age, and you knew that within a few years she would ascend to the throne, but Prince James was simply a baby the last time you saw him.
I just say I'm like, that's right. My apologies, Prince. I knew you. I knew you when you were yet a young baby. So.
Oh,
I
okay.
worked for your father.
Thank you. I think. Anyways, well,
Sorry to interrupt.
not a problem. If you don't mind, I have duties to attend. So, excuse me. And he proceeds to literally push past you all and make his way down the corridor that the captain was about to lead you through. Before long, he has disappeared from sight.
I wanted to say something so bad, but I kept my mouth shut.
So the captain was leading us to the room.
Yes.
King. Is the king here with us, or is the king still?
No. The king has remained in the throne room, and
Gotcha.
having as now that whole event has finished, has passed. She is now turned to her advisors and is now very much in deep discussion.
Okay.
The captain looks at the five of you. Well, without further ado, shall we?
Of course. Lead the way.
He leads you through the various corridors of the keep, through very small passageways and tunnels that litter the inside of this keep, and you are led up and up and up through several flights of stairs to a very small suite of rooms. He opens the door into a corridor, which is very gently lit with a very warm yellow light. There is this beautiful, almost cashmere rug that lines the corridor in front of you, and you can see just dotted along the corridor very small little keepsakes, and in this corridor there are 5 very beautifully constructed doors. All of them are currently closed.
Okay.
The captain turns to the 5 of you and says, "Well, the king's bedroom is the 3rd door down on the right. The prince's rooms are these 2 doors on the left, and the other 2 doors are the well, I'd rather you remain out of one of them because that is the king's wardrobe, and the other one is the king's study. The attack occurred at night in the king's bedroom, so unfortunately you will have to start there if you wish.
Are
But
the
as I
king's? Oh, sorry. Are the king's bedroom?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay. Are the king's bedroom and the prince's bedroom adjacent?
They are not adjacent, but they are opposite.
Okay. Never mind then. Continue.
Since the attack occurred at night, I suggest that you start at the king's bedroom and then proceed from there.
Sounds good. Before we move in though, Fulman, I need to talk to you about something.
Wow. I'll be getting onto that in a moment. Thank you so much to Sensei Suplex for that
Wow.
raid. 16 viewers. Jeez. Oh.
Woo!
Thank you so
Also-
much for that raid. You have caught us. We've been going for a couple of hours now. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome.
Awesome.
Just
Hello,
do
guys.
shout outs to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been playing Dungeons and Dragons. How did your stream go? But please do come in, take a seat. Our 3 players, unfortunately, because two of our players are missing, had uncovered a ratfolk civilization underneath the what do you call it? Underneath the city of Fall. Fall is a homebrew Fall is a homebrew city within the homebrew world of mine, and again, this whole world is homebrew. So if nothing makes sense, don't worry about it. It's because it's all up here in my own head. I do not follow any of the, do not use any of the lore for Dungeons and Dragons. Although some of it will seem familiar, some of it won't be. Our 4 characters are Tefari, who is a wizard from the College of Mages, Farrell, who is a furball cleric, basically shaman, Illyria, who is a fighter wizard failing, which is a homebrew class, Sykes, who is a ranger, and Janai, who unfortunately is not able to join us, is a tiefling fighter. So yes, and just to bring you up to speed, our group had found this ratfolk colony, dealt with a couple of very strange creatures underneath in their ratfolk, even fought and killed a weirrat because Sykes had been tasked to do so and was going to lose his head if he didn't. They have now following up on the investigation of an attack on the king of Fall, and who is also the high king of this continent. They're Gemini are full, and they are now currently investigating the quarters of the king because that is where the attack occurred. So, without further ado, Sykes, please.
So yeah, I just mentioned that I needed to speak with the captain for a sec. Safari, Farrell, Lyria, Janae, if you want to go investigate while I talk to him. Otherwise, I can. I really just want to talk to him about it. But if they want to hear it, I don't really care if they do.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just say it in front of them. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
So when the prince entered and mentioned that he had gotten back from a hunt,
Indeed.
he came in a little too quickly, which meant he was in a rush, which meant he wouldn't have had time to clean his armor.
Right.
Usually after getting back from a hunt, you'd be dirty, bloody, exhausted.
Indeed, yes.
He wasn't
He
lying
said
about.
he killed something.
It doesn't seem he was lying about the hunt, about hunting something. I want to check the kitchen later too.
Well, I believe the duties that he has would require him to butcher the carcass. And then I believe later on today he has sword practice as the prince, and then also has various political duties to take care of, so he will not be back in these quarters for a while. Perhaps you should check his rooms.
First,
Much as I hate suggesting something like this, but perhaps.
could you guard the door just in case? We'll go check his room first.
I will not guard the door if it's
okay.
if he wishes to come here and go to his quarters. I am not going to prevent him. It is still his quarters.
Okay, I guess, is there any way you can let us know if he's on his way? And we'll just exit his room before he gets here.
You and Agro used to have a call sign, correct?
Yes, it was like a... It's been a while. I have to recall what the signal is, but
If I give a whistle, I'll have to remain here anyway because you are guests within the private quarters of our king and
Right.
prince. So I will have to remain here anyway. But I'll give a whistle.
okay. I'll keep an ear out for a whistle then. So I think me and Farrell have pretty good ears, so
I wish you the best of luck.
sounds good.
I hope you find something.
Alright. So we're going to the prince's room first.
Okay. You head to the prince which do you head to? You head to his study or to his bedroom? Which one?
Oh, I thought the king was it was the king's room and the wardrobe. And
No.
the study.
Just to give you spatial awareness, you have three doors on the right and 2 doors on the left.
Okay.
The captain mentioned that the furthest door on the right is the king's bedroom, and then the
Okay.
other 2 belong to the king. One of which is the king's wardrobe, and the other one is the study. The 2 on the left are the prince's rooms. So, and he mentioned that
And the prince's study. Okay.
So yeah, the bedroom and the study. Yes.
I think rooms would be a little more private, so I think we should do the room first. It might give us a study.
Sure.
I think people can come in and go freely. So yeah, I think the room would be the best chance first. It gives us the most time without the prince being here. So let's check the prince's room first.
Okay. You enter the door. The door is unlocked, and you notice that the doors in the doors in this corridor are very, very, very beautifully made, but are all similar construction. They're not particularly fancy in any way. They seem to be quite utilitarian, but still very, very well made. You open up the door and you enter a room which is surprisingly sparse for one who seems to be very flamboyant. The bed is quite. It's a large 4-poster double bed, and the floor still has that carpet which you saw in the corridor, but it doesn't appear to be much else here. You can see in one corner a wardrobe which you would guess would have various items of clothing. And that is about it. There is not much here in terms of furniture, which is surprising for one such as him.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of turn to the group and I say, all right, so we're looking for trapdoors, secret compartments in like furniture, any like notes that might have anything, like basically anything you find a little suspicious. But the most of the thing I'm looking for is if there's a secret compartment in his room that leads out, or maybe he's hiding something in here.
Tear this place apart.
Can't tear it apart, but we're looking. Okay, everybody just scattered already.
Everybody's now just scattered across the room. All right, so those who are looking around for various things that Sykes has mentioned, please roll me an investigation check.
Uh-oh.
Very bad at investigation. That's why I told you what we're looking for.
16.
I will also roll for Shania and Illyria.
Actually, while they're doing that, I'm actually gonna look outside of the window and see if I can see anything on the wall, below or above.
Sure. Well, in which case, what I'll do is I'll use your investigation. You rolled an insight instead. Oh no, I do require you an investigation check from you, Sykes.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because you're doing this as well, mate.
I know, but
I mean,
it's a 20!
Wow.
Yeah!
Also, you have a 0, I have a -1. Like,
True. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just thinking. Yeah.
Damn.
the
Okay,
highest roll
so
out of
Sykes,
anyone.
you are. Tafari, you got a 16. Faru, you got a 10. Shania got an 8. So Shania unfortunately doesn't find anything. She just looks around and says nothing here.
well, I beat her. Wow, I'm surprised.
What about Illyria?
Sykes, you decide you wanted to have a look outside. You wanted to have a look out the window, and you realize that the window is very easy to unlock. Very simple to unlock. And when you open the window, you realize you look outside. You realize that you're extremely high up, very, very, very high up. And you also realize that it's also just a sheer drop to the ground below. Meaning that if anybody was going to be climbing up here, they would be basically risking death.
Mm-hmm.
And looking out, it is your keen eyes are only able to see this. You notice on the walls these very, very, very faint scratch marks, very small in size. That appear to just litter the window frame in front of you, particularly on the outside where the window is opened.
Okay. I bring it up. So, I tell everyone there's scratch marks outside these windows. They're just tiny scratches.
Yep.
Okay. Crap. I don't have good nature. I was gonna say maybe there's a creature that I know that makes these marks.
You can make me nature roll if you wish.
That's a 0, but I'll try. Oh my god! What?
What the hell,
What happened?
dude? What the fuck? Have you tweaked Fantasy Grounds on your side of right for some reason?
Don's theory is
Fucking
right.
hell, mate. Jeez. Okay, right, yeah. Not a fucking alright. So you're examining these scratch marks and just this thought occurs to you. You have seen scratch marks and prints like this before. You saw them on the ground outside a grate in a very muddy little back alley street in the Poor Quarter. You've also seen many of this type of marking in sewers underneath floor.
I run out the door and I find the captain.
Okay. The other investigation checks that happen from that. Illyria is the only one that spots this. In the cupboard, she's just opened it up, and she's just feeling around in the inside of it. And at one point, there's this gentle tap, and a very audible click for the 5 of you who were in the room. So, Sykes, you would have heard this at the moment you were having your epiphany. And this small flap of wood just gently springs open underneath at the bottom of the wardrobe. Illyria calls across calls out to the fire to the other 4 of you. I think there's something underneath here.
Okay. I'll go before I run outside. I would have stopped and I'd be like, all right, I'll go and check that out. So
Okay. Do you all go over and have a look?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
I'm not finding anything, so.
Illyria lifts the lid of this wooden flap, basically, this wooden lid, for want of a better word, and reveals this empty space. It's just empty, very, very empty space, except in this empty space, there appears to be holders. Various sort of round holes in the wood. And all of these holders appear to be empty, except for one, which contains a very small glass vial filled with this strange yellowish brown liquid.
Oh my god. Okay. Larry, hang on to this. I'll be right back.
Right, okay.
I don't want to drop it in case I run and hit something.
That's actually a good idea. Thank you, criminal. And she that's very wise of you. And she pockets the glass vial.
All right. So was the captain? You said the captain was right outside the room, correct?
No, the captain's in the corridor.
Okay. I say, Fulman, Captain Fulman,
Yes.
we found something. You might want to come here quick.
Fine. Okay. What is it?
Actually, we found multiple things. Come here, and I'm gonna usher him into the room.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll
This
show
is the
him
prince's room. Well done.
Yeah. I point to the elixir we found, or the vial.
Elixir.
Sorry. We found that in his wardrobe.
In his wardrobe. Why did he go into his wardrobe? Okay, I'm not going to ask. You're investigating. I'm not going to ask. May I have a look at it? And Illyria very what's the word? Not gingerly, the other one.
Reluctantly?
Thank you. Reluctantly hands over the vial. The captain. I've forgotten his name now, but Captain Smythe takes the vial, looks at it, holds it up to the window so he can get some light looking through it. And as he does, you can see that the this yellowish brown liquid seems to shimmer very slightly in the light, and he gives it a bit of a shake, and that's where you realise that this while it was yellowish brown, you realise that it was because it was in two parts, and he gives it a shake, and the parts suddenly mix and become this vibrant green, which when he leaves still for a moment, begins to fade and separate out into these two colours of yellow and brown. Well, that doesn't look healthy. Where did you find this?
I show him the compartment in the wardrobe.
Well, that's an innovative use of space. Okay, better close that lid, just in case.
Yep. I also show him the windowsill.
He hands it back. He hands it back to Illyria. As you show him he looks very skeptical with regards to the scratch marks. Just wear and tear.
I've seen these exact same ones in the sewer.
The sewer?
Where we found the rat folk. I'm not joking, Coleman.
I know you don't. You do make jokes, but you don't make jokes of this sort. He leans out, and then very quickly stands back. Are you sure this is an impossible climb?
For a human, maybe, but for a rat.
They've been known to do quite spectacular things.
I feel like you still have yet to see the evidence of the rat folk, do you?
Indeed, yes.
Okay. Did the king say that she was calling for Stephen Turner then?
Yes. I had it arranged when she mentioned it.
Okay.
He's got to get from the Pork Quarter to here, so
True.
It's going to be at least an hour.
Okay, that is true. Okay, I think. Is there an alchemist in the castle?
No, we usually have things like that outside the castle. We'd rather not have dangerous explosions, considering one happened, I think you would remember, many years ago.
Okay, in that case, I know an alchemist who might be able to help us figure out what this is.
Right, well...
They help me out a little bit with the investigation in town. They're the...
fine, just as long as you don't mention that it's on respect of the king.
Right. Would you be able to come with us, though?
No, that will rouse suspicion. My armor is quite shiny.
Okay, no problem.
As much as I would like to, it would not be advisable.
Do you care if we take the vial then?
No, please. And he hands it back to Illyria.
Okay.
Please, do your best.
Yep. We'll go to Annabelle, and we'll see what she can help us find.
Annabelle?
Yeah, at the George's Fantastical Emporium.
She bought that old place?
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry, Sykes. You don't remember this. Well, maybe you do. I don't really know. Do you remember long ago, before you left to have a family, there was a horrible explosion within the Bailey here?
I think, yeah. I
That was
caught up in that a little bit.
Yeah, and I think you heard about it afterwards, because I think you were coming back from a hunt when it happened. But yeah, no, that was her.
That was her?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Good lord.
You sure you don't want to come with and say hi?
No. No.
Okay.
I was the one who kicked her out.
Oh, okay.
It might be a bit
maybe I won't mention your name then when I see her.
Well,
Or should I?
she might still hold a grudge, but if you want to mention my name to her, you can.
I'll do it after we finish. I'll just say
right.
say hi. So.
All right. Well.
All right.
Anyways, have you finished your have you finished your investigations here?
Yeah, I feel like we've got. I mean, I feel like there might be a little bit more, but this is very big evidence already. I don't want to risk our luck. Maybe
okay. Do you want to go to the kitchen again?
Next. Maybe the study next. What do you guys think? And then the kitchen, or should we just go to the kitchen next?
I think we should have people watching the king if the person that we're worried about just entered their room.
There were a lot of guards watching her when
There are a lot of guards. I will talk to the king and advise her that she also has a few guards posted here. In fact, that's something that we normally do at night now, due to the said problem that we had.
Tell her to watch out for the prince too, just in case.
That will take quite a lot of convincing.
Yes, I understand. Okay, never mind. Just be careful of the prince. Might not have to let her know, but just keep an eye on him too.
We will. At least I will.
Yeah. Just be careful. I don't want you. I don't want to not see you again.
I think you'll see me again.
Okay. All right. What do you think? Study or kitchen?
Study.
Study. Okay.
I want to see if they have any magic books.
Oh yeah, he's got any wizard books.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Sure. So
right.
you proceed to the study, and the study is probably where most of the mess actually is. It is a much smaller room than the bedroom was, and while the bedroom was quite sparsely furnished, this one has shelves and shelves of books and vials and tools and writing implements. There is in the desk. There is a desk that is situated underneath the window, clearly to gain as much light as possible. And this desk is just filled with clutter.
All right.
I want to investigate the room, see if I find any books that are of special interest.
Roll me investigation check, please, sir.
That went up.
23.
Whoa.
A lot of this would be interesting to you. a lot of this room would be interesting to you. There are formulae written everywhere. There seems to be various strange alchemical figures and measurements and again formulae for alchemical experiments, as well as also some symbols which definitely look magical in a way. However, there is one book that was buried underneath the clutter that surrounds you, and it is labelled Curses and Weirfolk.
Dips.
Oh,
You're the one that did the investigation on it.
Highly needed for the investigation. I'll take the book.
Sure. It's a very small leather-bound book with a very beautiful cursive script on the front. Curses and Weirats.
Curses and Wererats?
Sorry, Weirfolk.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
while they're looking, I'm gonna bring up to the captain. Have you ever heard of the name Wyatt?
Wyatt.
I didn't get a full name. I just heard Wyatt.
It doesn't ring a bell, unfortunately.
Okay. We did talk with someone. I guess it wasn't a favorable talk, but it was they were from the God, what was the name of that again? The Noxumbra Temple, and they were telling us about.
At the mention of Noxumbra Temple, this look of disgust sweeps over the face of
I understand. We had a run-in with them on our way to fall.
Unfortunately, Noxumbra is an organization that's while the best of us would happily avoid is a necessary duty for a while.
Yeah. Well, fortunately for us, the guy we were talking to was drunk and basically told us that they had a mission or like a scroll that asked to take care of the rep. It was the rep. Like, okay, this is me to the GM. It was a scroll like for the they were talking about to kill the were-rat underneath the city, right?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh, all right.
because I was very specific about what I said last session, and if you did not take proper notes about that,
I was only there for half the time. So
but you were there for this. You were there for this.
True.
So I am not going to answer that question.
They had a commission.
I will allow you to roll a history check to get the accurate information, but I am not going to answer a question.
I'll roll a history check. I think Farrell
Yes.
was about to say something on too. So
Yeah, I thought they had a commission
No.
that was from the were-rats, but yeah, that's my recollection.
Again, I am not going to confirm nor deny the information that you should have in your
Yeah.
notes.
There was definitely one to kill him.
yeah, that part I remember. But they said something about a Wyatt, like killing a Wyatt, or was it asked?
Hey, roll if
Wyatt?
Tafari remembers.
Roll a history check.
14.
Tefari, you are a knowledgeable person, and so remembering information.
Debatable.
You're quite knowledgeable. Remembering information is something that you're quite good at least. You recall that there was a contract out for a Wyatt, and to bring about the death of said person. As to who that person was, it's not known.
Right. Well, I'll share this with the rest.
Yeah, and they were experimenting on were-rats. As far as we know.
That seemed to be the blurb, yes.
Yeah.
But you also recall Chunai was not able to give any more information about that because he did not accept the contract.
Mhm.
That was simply the blurb of the contract that was offered.
Should we bring that up to the? Oh wait, no, yeah, I brought that up. We brought that up to the captain.
Yeah.
All right. Did you bring up the book that you found to us, or?
Tefari?
Sorry, what?
Did you bring up the book you found to us?
Are you
Yeah.
sharing the fact? Are you sharing the fact you found a book?
Yeah, I will.
So this means he was studying werewolf,
And
which
curses.
is exactly what we were dealing with down below.
What
Also
if
found the shopping list.
what
You
if
you genuinely did. You genuinely did find a shopping list. Or at
what
least
if
to
yeah.
you,
the prince
at least to you, Tefari, it would be a shopping list.
Wait,
what if the prince is a druid?
if the
What
person is
if
the truth?
he's cursed?
Can I
to be
take a look at
a
the shopping list?
werewolf? Sure.
Safari?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Just
take
try
you
to
take
figure
you
out
take the
the-
yeah, you take the shopping what Tefari calls a shopping list, and to you, Sykes, is gibberish. This is absolute nonsense. It asks about 4 pieces of sulfur, and there's another measurement for two grams of gold. There's no magnesium on the list.
Oh,
There's no magnesium on the list, but there's 4 pieces of sulfur. There's two pieces of gold. There's a piece of copper. There's what appears to be tin on the list as well.
oh.
Yeah, no magnesium.
Does it, from someone that knows spells, does it look like components? Like
I
spell
thought
components?
maybe it was a shopping list of stuff they needed to buy.
Roll Arcana check.
Because I thought like when we went and saw Annabelle, we found out like there was some ingredients missing.
Oh yeah,
So,
you did. You
yeah.
did.
That's what I thought this was, but
Farrell, some of these could be used as components. Yes.
They could be used for casting a spell. I know that.
Safari, you might want to write down the ingredients. I mean, we could either take this along, but the more we take, the more noticeable he's gonna know that something's going on because all of this stuff is missing.
Oh, none of my spells actually use.
What
Material.
what are your
Just slowly put the thing in.
as you slowly put the shopping list behind into your robes. Please could you tell me what your no. Please could I have a perception roll from all of you?
That's something Sykes is good at, or Farrell's good at, so therefore I'm gonna
Funny.
fail.
Fucking hell.
Oh my
Hey,
god!
no, I'm not.
Alright, so Shania rolled an 8. We have 18, 20, 21, 25. Fucking hell. Let's see.
Nothing gets past Farrell.
Nothing gets past the captain either. Yeah. The only person who did not hear anything is Shania. But the others of you, Illyria, Tefari, Sykes, Farrell, and the captain, all suddenly go quite quiet as you hear coming down the corridor heavy footsteps.
Heavy footsteps. Okay, so not the
Oh.
prince.
Well, I'm letting you think about that. I'm letting you
There's
think.
2 princes, right? So-
Ah, he's small, tiny.
Captain, do you know anyone giant, heavy footsteps working in the guard?
He listens for a moment. No, that's the prince. We need to leave.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, if we hear them and they're outside, okay. Remember a long time ago, Fullerman, when we had to jump out and escape from like a river fall, or I don't remember, like some explosion that happened. We got sent flying out.
Yes.
I can do that again. That spell that makes us slow fall. Everybody out the
What?
window.
What?
Jump
I
out
can-
the window.
Are you kidding
Go!
me?
No, I'm not kidding you. think
I can do
on
so
10
much
people.
better. You
Okay.
guys go.
Go. What?
What? Everybody out the window, go!
And I just grab a random tiny
Okay.
vial out of my robe,
And I-
throw it on the ground, shout smoke bomb, and cast invisibility on myself.
What? Okay.
Okay, so Tafari, you cast invisibility on yourself.
There's no smoke coming from the vial or anything.
No,
It's
of course.
just,
I open the window.
Smoke bomb.
All right.
Everybody out.
Okay,
Right.
who's doing what Psych suggests?
I might. We're still in the study, right?
Yes.
I might do something quick before possibly jumping out a window.
Go for it.
So it says that I have a limited ability to communicate with plants and beasts.
Okay.
Could that include writing?
It's
Making a note of some
it's a
sort.
form of communication, but that does require the thing to be able to read.
Yeah. Can I write in rat
No.
on a note? Damn.
Oh.
Much as I love the idea, it is a form of communication, and the thing and the beast itself has to know how to read,
Okay.
and that's where the limitation occurs.
You know, I will still write a note just in common. To oh no, this is gonna be bad. To meet at outside of the Song and Dance Tavern, and then I'll sign it just with a W.
Oh god, this is such
Oh.
a terrible idea.
And
I
then
thought I
I'll
was the one with
and
bad
then
ideas.
I'll stuff it in a drawer or something like that, so it's not like just sitting out.
Oh my god, amazing! Wow! Okay,
Alright.
okay, I have to make a note of this. Meet outside the Song and Dance Tavern W. Is that what you said? Meet inside a Song and Dance Tavern W.
Yeah, I should probably put a time, but I don't know what time. So
You don't know what time is. Yes. Okay. Cool. So, you scribble down this note very, very quickly, and shove it underneath some papers, while Sykes opens up the window to
I'm gonna
allow
ask
you
for
to
everyone to go first, because I'm gonna be the last to go.
roll a persuasion check, please, because you're persuading your friends to do that.
Yeah. No, that's a 2.
Nope.
God damn it. I don't have inspiration either.
Nope, you do not. Oh, God.
If no one follows me, I'm like, alright, you're on your own, and I'm gonna jump out.
I mean, Farrell's gullible enough to maybe trust you.
The couch is like,
maybe?
I remember that time being a really shit idea. No, you're on your own. And he walks
Alright.
out. He walks
Good
out
luck
the
getting
room.
caught.
He walks out the room.
Okay.
So, Farrell,
I like
Sykes,
the group.
Tafari, you've gone invisible, so I'm guessing you're not
I've-
jumping out.
I've gone smoke bomb.
Okay, you've gone snowball. Farrell, are you jumping out?
He's gullible enough and also trusts Sykes.
Okay, so Farrell, you jump out. Sykes, you jump out.
Well, I was gonna wait to see if anyone else jumped out, but because I wanted to close the window from behind
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
You were
no,
gonna
of
wait?
course. No, I get it. Well, no. Oh, okay. What's Featherfall? The spell of Featherfall?
It's a reaction of whenever someone starts falling, and it's people that are within a range of 60 feet of me. So I'm assuming if we all jump out at the same time, but I'm last, so I close
This
the
is
doors.
okay. This window is only big enough for you to go through one by one. So if you want to close the window afterwards, the window opens upwards, which means you then have to get on the other side, close the window, and then let go. By which point, the first person who's falling has probably already gone past the 60 feet.
Okay, fine. I won't try to close it as we
There's the
jump
end
out.
of Farrell.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll do it. Yeah, I
Uh,
can survive it. He's a barbarian, right?
well, actually,
He's also very
that's-
wounded already.
I know.
That's a very good idea. I will also help with that as well. That's Illyria speaking.
Actually,
Um,
Safari,
Illy-
close the windows. You're invisible. You can close the window behind us.
Illyria says, right. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go out first. Shania, follow me. Okay, right, fine, okay. And the four of you pile dashing out, literally leaping out the window into midair, and it's at the point where at least in your brains you go, this might have been a bad idea, as you suddenly find yourselves in open space with a sheer drop to the ground, hundreds of feet below you, and that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Oh, but they know what's happening. Alright.
Okay, that's a really weird way to end the session, but cool. Wow. I hope you gents had fun, because I had fun.
That was awesome.
Oh man, that was amazing.
One reason why I took the spell.
I'm now really curious what the heck that note is gonna do.
I am very curious. Good lord, that was amazing. That was wow. Okay, yeah. Oh, we're going to do a round robin here. I'm taking a note out of Michael Kesevin's book from The Dead Aussie Gamer, because he's awesome. You should go and check him out. But he also has this wonderful little thing that he does at the end of sessions, which is memorable moments, and that just can be anything. That can be a memorable moment from something that somebody else did, something you did, anything. So, starting with Sykes, what memorable moment did you have?
Just Sykes being Sykes. The two nat 20s in a row on the freaking investigation and nature check. Like,
that's
God
nuts.
Damn.
Yeah,
that
was
gave a lot
absolutely
of good
nuts.
info.
That gave you a lot of good info, yeah.
Sykes
A lot
being
of good
the
info there.
investigator.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Tafari, did you have a memorable moment?
It would probably definitely be not murdering everyone in the room when meeting the mysterious elf.
Yeah, that's something that's going to have to be talked about.
Or not murdering everyone when the guards were coming to arrest him.
Yeah, it's also something else that's going to have to be talked about.
Just, in general, not murdering everyone. Except for the imposters.
Except for the imposters, yeah.
No,
The
we didn't murder
imposter-
everyone there either. I mean, that was
Yeah,
still not
that's-
everyone. Two
That's
out
also
of
true.
way.
That's
Yeah.
also true. Yeah, the
Yeah,
imposters were needed, but yeah, you showed quite a lot of restraint today. I congratulate you on that.
I pride myself on it.
Oh God, help me. Farrell, did you have a memorable moment?
Well, I mean, also anytime that I get to be feral, just so naive and dumb it's so awesome. I love it.
It's beautiful.
But I also love just like, yeah, when Tafari spoke out of turn with the king, and everyone was just like, it's like, oh God, Tafari's gonna get like, it's like,
It's like,
no off
imagine-
with his head moment, please.
Yeah. It was very much a moment of several arses suddenly tightened quite significantly just a moment. Oh, that was wonderful. Oh jeez, no, I love that session. We're gonna go and rate somebody, so go and spread some love, say some highs, etc. I see that Laura Bones is online today. She is a wonderful world builder and does all sorts of wonderful things in terms of that, and yeah, so go over there, spread some love, give some hugs, and all that kind of stuff. I unfortunately do not have any emojis just yet, but currently working on that. Hopefully I'll have them very soon, but please do give her a shout out, give her a love, give her some follow, give some likes and all that kind of stuff.
Die.
I will be back, not tomorrow unfortunately, but I will be back on Sunday with some more D&D with my Sunday crew, who are far less chaotic than these guys, but I do hope you can join us then for that session. And without further ado, take care of yourselves, love each other, love yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.